coming up, folks. My name is William Lyrical, and I'm going to be reading a lyric essay that I wrote from my nonfiction. In streets, they lie. Word on the street is that you don't exist. Is that true? If it's not true, and you really are here, they tell me that you don't deserve to be called human. Your eyes say something different, but I'm told I can easily avoid those and the notion altogether. You have many faces, all with different pairs of story-filled eyes, most of which they refuse to look into. It seems they've always thought like this and spread such ideas, but the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic made it worse than you or I could have imagined. Before, lots of people looked down on that kind of mistreatment toward you. Videos of people helping you went viral online. Of course, the same attention was given to those that showed rude and sometimes violent acts made against you. But this time they had an excuse. They were encouraged by higher authorities to avoid interacting with people in general, which gave them the opportunity to pick and choose. They thought, I'll break the rules to see my lover and my friends, but I'll adhere to the guidelines for those I never considered human in the first place. A mask covered most of their faces as they walked along the edge of the curb, looking straight ahead to stay at least 6 feet away from you and your stench as you slouched across the steps of the cathedral. You never wore a mask, a reason for them to alienate you further, but you smiled at me. Your cracked lips and dried out skin, your overgrown, knotty beard and tangled, unwashed hair, your crusty, mixed, matched socks and tattered, stained clothes, they all contributed to your humanity. Some of them make justifications for the way they treat you. Others don't bother since it has become so normal for them. Word on the street is that it's your fault. Whatever situation in which you find yourself, whether your brother stopped letting you sleep on his couch yesterday, he was the only family you had left, and you just got here, or you've been living in that old bus stop since 1994, you chose this life. You are too lazy to get a job, too addicted to find help, and too wounded to heal. My freshman year of college was the first time I truly recognized your existence as a part of the city where I grew up. I graduated high school in 2020. In my senior year, my last track season, and my spring break plans were all cut short, interrupted, and left in the wind by the pandemic. But something I noticed more than anything that year was you. I decided to explore the city the day after I moved into my dorm at Georgia State University. That day, I realized that you are the city. I had no roommates in my dorm, and in-person classes were not an option for me. I got 2 jobs in 2 separate parts of Atlanta just to keep myself busy. I never felt more alone than when I lived in the city. I walked to work and rode up and down the gold line and saw you every day. Your eyes met mine when I looked at you. You acknowledged my existence when no one else did. As I walked to the 5 Points Market Station for my work commute, you stopped me and pointed to an interstate bridge far out of view and explained that you lived there with your 8 children who were desperately starving. I listened to every word, but you walked away as soon as I told you I didn't carry any cash. I prayed for you right after, just like I told you I would. Again, you stopped me as I walked down the street, but this time you sat in a wheelchair all the way on the other side of it, yelling for me to come over. As I pushed you to the shuttle stop only a few hundred feet away, you snapped at me and told me to go faster and that you would miss the shuttle. I saw you every day in the same spot in between 2 storefronts as I rounded the corner from MLK onto Broad Street. You had dark skin, so dark that I could barely make out your facial features in the building shadow. Your body was large, round, and covered by a thin, stained blanket. Sitting on the concrete and leaned up against the wall, you slept most of the time. When you were awake, you asked passersby for cigarettes, only ever cigarettes. One day, I saw you in your usual spot, but this time your blanket covered your face, and blowflies swarmed your body and lay flat on the ground. Even then, they ignored you and pretended you didn't exist. Word on the street is that you don't exist, but I know that's not true. I know that you exist, and I know that you are human because I've gazed into your eyes that tell a whole story from beginning to end. Stories of abandonment and abuse, of joy and kindness, of loss and heartache, fill each pair of your tired eyes. I heard your voice, and whether I believed them or not, your words made sense. I've felt your touch and smelled your stench. I know your name. It's the words in your eyes and in your hearts that I'll listen